Welcome back to Tambay TV. I am your host, El Fajardo. Another secret guest for today. Tell you honestly, I've been working. Well, we've talked about this. I'm excited with this guest of mine. Huwag ka muna magsasalita, dear guest. Anyway, so with this on this episode, pare, I'm going way back, and I want you guys to go way back with me to the year 2000. Some of you may not have been born. Then you're not. If you're, I'm not. If someone was born in 20, year 2000, 20 years old, nah, man, that's making me feel old. Anyway, year 2000. I'm gonna start talking about our guest. Year 2000, first time to play in college. You played in bars by this time. We were freshmen, but I've been playing since high school. So we played, but this is the first time I'm playing as a college student. The now defunct Culture Club Manila was where it was at. I forget the name of the gig, but I remember the name of the place. It was the first college gig we were playing as college students. I was with my band, Mark. Of course, this was actually one of the first few gigs of Blacktooth also because Blacktooth, my not former friends na pala kami. So my band, my band, we were formed around high school. So anyway, I see this other band, and he'll correct me. I'm sure it's an Incubus song, and they were playing this fucking. I think it was Pardon Me. If I remember, it was Pardon Me. Anyway, so from there, I met this guy, and we were cool. But what I really adore, I'll fast forward and to the part where this guy contributed to my growth as an artist, and at that time as a singer. Recording for me is a nightmare. So I think they were the third studio we recorded in by this time. First up was with Pat Tirano and the Boys of Boomworks, but the dude who did my vocals was not Pat. So it was for me recording vocal tracks is a nightmare. And so we decided to do a couple of songs with the Love One Another people with these guys, with these cats. And for my vocal track, it was him behind the board, and I was a bit scared. Para, okay, here we go again. Fuck, siya naman to ngayon, medyo nakakaya. But I remember having nothing but the best experience. I remember he told me to relax, and honestly, I was ready to be judged. Like how because in a recording booth, all eyes are on you, and basta nakaka-conscious, hirap ako. So this guy helped me relax, and we ended up, for me, laying out some good tracks. And ever since then, I had such, not that I didn't respect him as much then, but I respected him so much more. So that's my long 3-minute way of introducing our guest, Music Maestro Joaquin Acosta.
Hey, what's up? What's up,
brother?
Al?
How are you? Was that too long? Sakto lang. Sakto lang?
Yes, no, ayos naman siya.
Okay, pero gusto ko na kasi tuloy yung kwento. And bro,
Alright.
honestly, kasi you know how it is pag recording, di ba, the pressure is, and you felt that you knew this at this time, medyo batikan ka na di ba? Anong year ba yun?
Siguro mga 2005 or 6.
5 or 6, 5 or 6. After college na pala tayo, kasi nga, we tried Woombergs, and I'm not gonna sell out the guy who, pero alam mo yung nagpe-pressure, medyo sikat siya, kaya ayoko pangalanan sa Woombergs. You know what I mean? Yung pinipressure ka din, bro, you lost it, do it all over from the top. Ikaw yung it's so hard, especially with the kind of music that we do. Diba, bro? What was your process of thinking? Yung parang, alam mo na rin kasi sinturado si Pyle sa ganitong part, so, paano mo na pasok? How was your experience?
Look, kasi us in Love One Another, we were new, so we didn't have like super, I think yun yung naging pressure sa ibang studio kasi time constraint. So I think the pressure is there na matapos kayo kagad kasi may next client. So mas nakaka-pressure yun for the artist kasi parang fuck, hindi ko makuha and we're running out.
Exactly. That's why I was extra scared. I remember this.
So parang we're paying for it and I can't get it. So lalong parang quicksand siya, di ba? So I think what was good with us na hindi pa kami ganun kalaki kasi we just opened yung time na yun, di ba?
Oh.
You were like third or fourth clients.
No, pero
Yun na
you
yun.
guys have been recording since bata tayo.
Yeah,
College pa lang si Joey.
yeah, yeah.
Kami mga alam na kayo. Well, kami din.
Yeah,
Pero kayo, may gear, meron kasi kayong, bahay ni Joey, di ba? It was like,
yeah.
computer mics and all that shit. That's where it really
Yeah,
started.
and then I guess doon namin nakuha yung experience na you can practice all you want, you can play it how perfectly, or you can sing it how perfectly. Once you hit record, may ano na yun na parang, fuck, magkakamali ako.
Di ba?
Or ganun.
Yeah.
Ganun siya na, like, it helps everyone if everyone is calm and relaxed, I guess.
I guess that's true. That's true. Pero I don't know why. Pero before you guys, we were recording up with Wombworks, of course, and Kerplunk. And
Mhm.
one other studio in Pipeline. Pero wala naman. Medyo tape pa ata si Pipeline. You remember Pipeline?
Yeah.
Diba?
Time na yan, konti lang yung recording studio. Ngayon, dami na.
Pare, ito tayo, nagre-record tayo. You know what I mean? The technology is at their fingertips and
Yeah.
not that expensive either, di ba? Wait,
Yeah.
sabi mo maraming recording studios? There are a lot of
Ngayon.
studios? Ngayon?
Ngayon.
Talaga?
Like, because you can learn stuff on YouTube, and technology is cheap now. You don't even really need real amps because may amp modelers.
Uh-huh.
You don't even really need like a big space. We needed a big space for your drums, diba? For actual instruments. You can just do that with electronic drums now. Diba? Save one space, just choose your snare, whatever. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, have you seen the documentary na yung Sound City? Foo Fighters to eh.
Foo Fighters, and they do like
Yung old mixer with the tubes and the actual room. And I think there's no replacing that. Pero, I mean, whatever gets kids into music, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Like, diba?
Which is why I'm surprised because I assume this generation parang di na masyado into music. Or maybe not the band, but then music. What do you think?
Yeah, they're into making music on their own. Konti lang yung bands eh.
Exactly.
More
That's
of
the
them
point.
more
And
of
some
them
of
are
them call themselves DJs or well, I don't really
well, some do the whole looping thing. That's very skilled. Pero ikaw lang yan eh. I guess they're bands pa rin. Like they're still bands, pero I mean, end of the
older,
day,
not the younger ones. Or maybe we still get your Ben and Ben.
yeah, but end of the day, sometimes the younger ones, diba? They're so they're savvy with the net and views and monetization. So it makes sense that they know na, oh, if I make music on my own, wala akong kahati. As opposed to may banda ako. Diba?
Yun din. Yeah, because even before when we were in PM, it makes more sense. Like for example, you'd pay something like 250K for a bamboo for a corporate night, diba? You pay yung bamboo na yun, it's good for what? An hour 30 maybe? Mahaba na yun pag 1 hour 30, right? Pero si DJ, bibigyan mo ng 50, buong gabi pa siya nandun. Diba? Right? Economically, in the eyes of corporate before, we're saving up, but at the same time, I was feeling it. Parang, let your kid in the fucking band, yo! Diba?
Yeah, well, depende rin naman kasi, like, if the company isn't into bands, so, diba?
Sa bagay.
If it's a young company na gusto ng EDM, like, sayang yung pera sa band kasi hindi naman sila makikinig doon.
Sa bagay.
Diba? And for people who really like bands, they know where to find them, diba? Kids still go to, well, used to go to Route 196, Iho. I mean, like, the last time I was there, like, parang, I don't know, kilala, bata na lahat.
Pero tumatanda lang tayo kasi I felt that too.
Pero nakakatuwa kasi some kids, like, they still go, diba?
Yeah. What amazes me also is some of the kids also, like I find with my students, na just like us, like we didn't really grow up in the 70s, pero kilala natin, we know fucking Black Sabbath is by heart. You know what I mean? In the same way, because I teach kids for like art and shit, right? When they ask, or even my pamankins, now that I think about it, if they ask me for like references to what I listen to, when I give it to them, pagbalik nila talaga, dali eh. Access is easy. Diba? They've got the fucking
Yeah.
copy in their phone or they're learning it in the guitar. So, parang different. But I hope that
Isa-check,
huh?
yeah,
Go.
isa-check ko siya dun sa whole concept ng show mo about geeking out.
Uh,
Kasi, like, if you're a fan of, let's say, metal, you're gonna geek out on metal and research like a geek. So it doesn't matter what age you are. You're
tama.
gonna learn everything diba, there is.
Whatever, kumbaga, when you finding your tribe. Diba?
Oh,
Tama.
like, noong time natin, Xerox lang ng magazine yung kaya natin. Gagawin na natin yun, diba?
That's true.
Xerox, palitan ng tape. Hindi wala pa label. Tayo na sitos, pakinggan mo, diba?
Tape to tape. Yun ang early forms of piracy natin, now that I think about it. Ano. So, but back in the day, kasi maybe the same way they would pay for an album on Spotify, yun yung equivalent natin na buying a tape or buying a CD. You know what I mean? Because there are times when we do, like, for example, this album is like a one hit or isa lang trip mo, one song wonder for you. You copy that song and then you put it in a mixtape and then I give it to you and then you have a copy of the song, diba? Pero ngayon, mas mahaba lang yung proseso natin dati kasi may pause, rewind, record, diba?
Paano kung bitin pa yung tape, diba? Side B. So, wala.
Ikot sa side B, automatic, diba? Kung ikot automatic, sabi, it's only the newer ones. That manual pala, you have to put it back and then record. Oh, man. So, ano tayo, bro? Let's start getting into the Genesis questions, bro. You are a geek. I know this as a fact, pero we'll get to the Genesis of, like, your first comic book. Naalala mo yung the moment your world opened and you knew.
First comic book?
Adik ako dito. No, whatever it is. Whatever it. Comic, toy, whatever you want to do first. Your geekdom. What was your first door into geekdom? What age?
Na hanggang ngayon I still do.
No, it doesn't have to be. First, the virgin taste of blood.
Para siyang sabay. I'll say comics. I'll say pro wrestling. I'll say music.
Ano yun?
The late music, of course.
Music. Okay.
Yeah.
Hindi, isa-isa. Sagutin mo yung tanong. First comic muna, para wag tayo magulo. First comic you remember. You remember. It doesn't have to be like your technical.
Okay.
The first thing that comes to mind.
I found an old stash of comics sa bahay namin na belong, I think, to my tito. Was Turok. Kilala mo si Turok? Yung parang caveman.
Yeah. May
Yun. And then
Conan. Conan, di ba?
And then may 70s na Sergeant Rock. So hindi siya DC. Well, DC. Yeah.
Share screen tayo, bro. Turok, para lang alam natin. Parang addict yung pangalan na Turok, bro. There you go. Turok. There you go. But these are new ones, though.
Yeah, the ones I saw were like yung giant size ng 70s.
Comics.
And then after that, I didn't get into comics that much until all my classics started getting into what was this? Death of Superman. Doon ako nag-jumpstart.
Ito, wait, bro. Balik tayo kay Turok. Ngayon ko lang nakuha.
Sige.
Yan. Ito?
Yes. Oh, this is new. Okay. Valiant.
Valiant. I'm sure they probably acquired it na lang. Ito, parang bago na yung art, eh. Appeared in American comic books. Del muna, and then it went to... Anyway, sorry. And then, pero wait, but Death of Superman, matanda na tayo nun,
Grade school.
Yeah, grade school. Yeah.
Grade 5, grade 6, grade 5.
Mga ganyan, grade 5. We're batchmates, if anyone's wondering.
Are we? Aren't you like 2001? Are you?
Fucker, magka-batch tayo. We were both freshmen in college. That's why I went back there, bro. College.
Oh, okay.
You up ka, di
Ang
ba?
dami,
Bago ka lumipat.
yeah. Ang dami ko kasi na yung mga friends biglang, may repeater pala siya. Or,
Ikaw ang
transfer siya.
naging 2001 dahil nag-repeat ka, di ba? So we're batchmates originally. Madami ka ka-batchmate, bro. Ka-batchmate mo din yung mga 2001. O yan, 93. So we were, tama, plus 10,
Yeah.
12. Yeah, yan. Tapos from here, dire-diretso na.
Yeah. I had, what's this? Yung old crossover ng DC Marvel. Yung Spider-Man versus Superman, and the X-Men versus the Titans.
Di pa?
Yeah, I just found that. Like, in the siguro stash ng tito, whatever.
Galing. Pero iniwan mo na yon, hindi mo na...
It's sobrang I mean, kinain na siya ng moth, yung gano'n. Pero nagmamas.
Shit. Basag-basag na talaga.
Yeah.
Wait, I can't look for the cover. Ito? This one? No. Was it this one? I remember this one.
This.
Can you see
No,
it?
that's JLA versus just JLA versus Avengers. That's like the fourth
At
Marvel
Tama.
versus
Crossover.
yeah.
See, that's what I think about you, bro. You know the fucking... You know your shit. Well, I know what you're talking about. I'm trying to look for it, though. I thought that... Pero parang ganun yung layout, di ba?
Yeah, parang parang Kirby. Kirby yata yung artwork eh.
First issue.
Kita mo yung Spider-Man, Superman na yan?
Saan?
Sa baba. Sige, scroll down. Scroll down.
Saan?
Sige pa. Sige,
Ito?
go down. Itong nasa baba, yung Marvel versus DC rivalry, it says.
Marvel
Very...
versus... Puta, duling na ako ah. Ito?
Wait.
Your other right! Ito?
No, nasa baba. Go down.
This one?
I think my screen is lagging.
Okay.
Ako...
O, ikaw mag-share screen.
Sige.
Yeah.
Super.
So, gusto ko lang din maalala.
Sige.
So, this was around grade school. Let's just put it at grade school. X-Men, you were...
Yeah. Pero I was super casual. Believe it or not, ang first exposure ko sa kanila was video games.
Children of the Atom? Or yung...
No. Side-scrolling na may Dazzler pa.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to remember which came first. The video game or the cartoon? Cartoon ata. Hindi.
The video game was first. Kasi ano pa siya eh. Alpha Flight Wolverine pa yung brown.
Tama. Galing. Hindi yung si Tiger Stripe. Sa cartoon Tiger Stripe. Pero I remember yung... Akala ko mag-share screen ka.
Ay, sorry. Naka-disable yung share screen.
Paano ba enable yun, bro? Pati si Noel sabi ko.
I don't know you're the host.
Sorry, bro. My bad. I don't know how... He said the same thing. Pero pag kami nila Ali nakaka-share sila eh. Weird.
Participants or settings.
Yeah, anyway,
or, you know,
the conversation.
never mind.
Never mind. Children of the Atom, bro.
Children of the Atom, high school na yun. Yeah, ito na.
Sega Dreamcast set. Dream. The one in Mega Mall.
Nakalaro ko yun sa Galleria right after my guitar lessons.
Nice. How old were you when you started guitar lessons?
Started classical ng grade 6.
Grade 6. Aga.
Yeah, kasi I couldn't do sports. I had asthma.
Why not? You're a tall guy, never ka nag-basket? So what's...
No, lumaki ako may asthma and anemia, so... never got. Yeah.
Talaga? O tapos, wait, rewind. Marvel vs. DC, Death of Superman is what starts it. Sa bagay, sunod-sunod din. Video games, and then the movie started
Yeah.
coming. Pero at the same, concurrently, kumbaga nung time na yun, first love is always and will always be music. Never.
It will always be there. It will always be there. I quit. I left LOA because I had a job offer from ABS-CBN. And then before
Sorry
that,
guys, we're gonna do this medyo parang last dance. Yung isang part sa past, isang part sa future.
Yeah.
Let's try that. I like this.
Napanood ko naman yung last dance.
Galing, di ba? For me, at the start, it bugged me. Yung puta yung start yung present. I mean, 98. So, rewind. Tapos just when
parang anime. Ganun yung anime eh.
Sa bagay. Oh yeah. When you left LOA, I wanna get into this too. That's
yeah.
This.
So,
2008, si Pancho na iniwan mo si Pancho.
I left 2010. Pancho was still there.
Wait, bago ka umalis sa LOA, let's talk about a little bit about LOA. And be honest, kamusta kami pagdating sa recording? Hirap? Be honest. Experience with us, if you remember. No,
yung first drum before beat, medyo mahirap siyang i-record.
Was it JB? Was it JB?
I think so. And then, paano ba? Okay naman usually. And, may mga stuff kayo minsan na doon yung papag-uusapan. So, tumatagal yung process. Diba?
In our defense, bro, ang style namin kasi kinapat, baliktad. Sa inyo yung studio buong araw. Yung iba mo muna isipin, uminom muna tayo, magkwentuhan tayo. Let it flow. Ganon yung, so we were coming from that. And we also learned na medyo hindi productive yung ganong karo. So pagdating namin sa inyo, may konti na kaming disiplina noon.
Mga stuff na parang, ayusin niyo muna yan bago kayo mag-record.
Guilty. That's true.
Kasi di ba, pag re-record tayo, tapos babaguhin natin. Sayang, di ba?
No, pero again, you have to understand where the mindset, especially like someone like Pat. Even Louis, I mean, the Razorback, that's how they make their music. That's the kind of direction we're also taking. That you'll only get this from Mark when he's a bit drunk and a bit, alam ba yun, napatawa na or nagalit dahil nagkairitahan. Minsan we were talking intense. Iba, bro, medyo, I wouldn't say, for me, admittedly, I would even use the word traumatic. This guy was just on my ass, bro. Talagang, ikaw medyo mas forgiving ka pa na, kaya na yan Pero konti lang din naman in-auto-tune natin di ba? Hindi din...
I think so, yeah.
Konti lang. Kasi sa kanila, wala talagang hindi. Nail the fucking note! Okay,
parang... yeah. We weren't, depende rin naman yun sa engineer. Like, maraming engineer na gusto lang purist and as little processing as possible.
Yeah.
Like,
ako din naman, I would prefer. Pero time
the raw is,
especially,
kami naman kasi we were like, we didn't have the best mics that time. So, whatever we can do in post, we'll do in post. We'll make it sound good. Parang, yeah.
Yep. Pero,
syempre, depende rin sa artist. Like, depende sa client. If you're game for that time, sige.
So yun pala din ang rason na may next client kayo na nakapila. Pero I'm happy with especially yung intro that you did, pare. Well, we'll talk about that later. I have a proposal also, pero later. So, 2010, last dance na. 2010, resign.
So by that time, ang dami namin ginagawang stuff. It became, it went from being a band recording studio to we were producing music na for film and TV. Just it started getting really tiring.
Wait. Who were your first clients? Who did you get? First clients na commercial? Hindi ko to alam. I mean, maybe I did. But...
Siguro a little bit after you guys recorded, si Reggie. Si Reggie.
Yeah.
Based on Softgun.
Yep.
So he was in TVWA. He had an ad na pen shop. So he was like, "Hey, can you do music for this?" Oh yeah, okay. Then friends from IMC started like, "Oh, it's wacky, but oh, I need music for this." So we started doing that. It's parang me and Joey were like, "Oh, we can do this," because it's like
You would produce
it's,
the music.
it's
Like you would produce the music mismo
yes,
for them.
we do the score, ganyan, and then dumami and dumami, and then until eventually parang what was happening was music, which I really, really love, was starting to burn me out. I didn't want to hate music, so
Yeah.
parang I had to parang shit. There was this opportunity sa iba na parang, okay, sige, I'm gonna have to leave or at least pahinga muna kasi
Yeah.
ayokong nakikita yung keyboard or yung gitara ko na yung parang,
I get it. When play becomes
yeah,
work. Parang ganon. Yeah.
yeah.
So you took 2010 ABS-CBN calls. Oy, Waki, kailangan namin. Nainggit ako, bro. Cheers. Medyo may konti pa to. Cheers, bro. To the quarantine. O tapos, ano offer? Shit, may lag. Wait. I think too many windows are open. Yan. Game. You hear me?
Kaya ng quarantine.
Oh, mamaya abot tayo dyan. Parang naghanga. Wait. Bro, you good?
Ayun, okay na?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
2010 ABS-CBN offers. Check. Well, medyo may hang.
Check. There we go.
Okay.
na?
Yung porn download mo mamaya na yan, bro. Nakaka-apekto ng bandwidth yung downloading mo na yan, bro. Anyway. So, ABS-CBN calls, they offer...
HD.
Ha? 4K. Ayoko yun, bro. I gotta say, there's some... So, we'll get a little bit greedy. There's some porn stars who can pull off HD, but not all of them could pull off HD, di ba? You get what I mean? Or mas gusto ko pa may konting green, konting mo may filter dahil para it's more.
Yeah. May formats na pang 4K or ganyan, like video games definitely. But some things na like, some styles of cinema hindi talaga pwedeng ganun. It looks fake.
Like what cinema specifically?
Like let's say you're watching something cinematic, diba? You're used to watching it 24 frames per second, diba? When you watch 3 frames per second and it's sobrang fluid, everything looks CG, na parang nawala yung, diba?
I get it.
Like, diba?
Pero video games wala. Kailangan. I think it's made for them. They push the fucking anong system mo? Do you have a system? Do you have or PC master?
Yeah, PC for the longest time. Yeah.
Talaga? You don't dabble in the console.
I have a PS3 here. And I haven't played it a long time.
Blu-ray player pa rin naman yan, di ba? You can still play Blu-ray.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sorry. ABS-CBN. They call you 2010 and they offer.
Yeah. There was an opening for a writer. Before that, I was already writing articles, and this was my first time writing a script. So I jumped at the chance. They got me. And
wait, to rewind. Sorry, bro. Rewind.
Listen again.
So kasi makulay eh. You've been working for Joey at this point in time for like 10 years, maybe. Mostly.
No.
6 years.
5 or 6, yeah.
5 or 6 years. So your experiences in music, how the hell do you...
That's my course too.
That's your course too, tama. Kaya ka lumipat.
Yeah.
What was your course in UAP?
I was supposed to be IMC.
Com. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tapos naburgisa ka sa mga tao. Sabi mo, music na lang! Or was
Hindi,
it
yung average ko, GPA wasn't enough. So, tanggal.
Tanggal. Sorry. Well, bro, mahirap din naman. I'm sure you had more fun in fucking music than ko. Pare, I kinda envy you.
Ang ko rin naman nakitang taga-UAP, bigla ko, nasa Brilliant na kayo. Sabi sa inyo eh.
Medyo, if you're not, ako kasi business all the way. It's later on. I didn't, not like you, I didn't really study this shit. It's more of like, syempre later on, di ba, vocal coaching and all that bullshit. Pero never into theory and reading notes. I'm sure ikaw, kaya mo magbasa ng nota. Di ba?
Yeah.
Hindi mo kaya magbasa ng nota?
I can. Pero not spot read. Like, right.
Anyway, so how does a musician become the writer?
Okay, so ever since I was into humor and making jokes, making people laugh. And then college, I started reading stuff, reading like random books. That's where I feel parang like
on what? On writing?
No, like a book. Let's say
novels, you mean?
Yeah, like short stories, whatever, diba? Then I got a creative writing class. I was like, oh, kaya ko siguro to. And then one night, like, overcaffeinated, went back in college. Sulat ako like, sunod. Tapos parang
quote-unquote high.
Very pretentious script. So I let everyone read. People.
Wait, this is college? This is college?
Yeah, college. Sulat ako ng whatever. Mukha siyang pang indie kunwari.
Okay.
So then read it. So parang, okay. Like, ganito ah. So parang, started writing. Akala ko, like, ayun, started writing about stuff that I want to see. Like, right now, ang gusto ko makita is another Rambo. So, I have concepts to
Bro,
make that.
Speaking of Rambo, I rewatched that film. Hayop talaga. Just the other day, I was watching First Blood. Well, part 1. Pero First Blood lang talaga siya, di ba? Hayop talaga. Galing. What about the Rambo mythos ang kinopya mo?
Yeah.
The drift.
No, just barilan sa jungle. Commando. Wala nang ganun eh.
Wala na nga ganun. Oh, wussies, bro.
Diba? Like, yeah. And saka mahal siya kasi. Mahal siya gawin eh.
I'm asking only because sa akin kasi, recently lang din ako nag-writing. I mean, like, officially writing for shit with Wincy. And plus, we're making a comic, my bad. We'll talk about that. But anyway, pero sa akin, from art to storyboards to writing. So ikaw, music. Pero college pa lang, meron na rin writing. You also took a course in it. So may alam ka rin na you got like the degree numbers. Diba? The credit.
Well, with writing, and then, ano ba?
Ano nangyari doon sa screenplay?
Wala, it's like reading stuff when you wrote nung bata, it's shit. Yung diba? Pero it was the first, like, makahanap ka ng lookbook mo, makita mo yung first song you wrote.
I'm sure.
Pero
nakakahiya ka nung ginagawa mo. Plus, wanting to rework it is almost always just out the door. Parang, gawa na lang bago, kaysa sa ayusin ko pa yung vocals ko dyan. Hindi na. Bagong kanta na lang.
Move on. Diba?
Yeah, move on. And then, so from the writing that script, let you know, ilang pages yun?
I don't know, like 36. So that's a short film.
That's like 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And then.
And then another thing that I geek on is humor. Like, I studied, yung big three ko para sa akin kasi si Richard Pryor, si Eddie Murphy, tsaka si Dave Chappelle.
Oh,
okay.
Black power! Yeah, I agree. And I agree on all of them, bro.
And then everything in between, I studied. I studied talaga, like, I geeked out on SNL. I geeked out on Monty Python. I geeked out on um, Faulty Towers. And my favorite show is The Office. Basta yung gano'n, like, my personal hero sa comedy is si Conan O'Brien. Started out as a writer. So, like, I really wanted to write comedy. So, I got in ABS. It was a talk show. So, parang, okay.
Wait, how do you get the call? That's my question. Did you apply?
I remember Maite from school.
Yes.
Ex-teacher.
Yeah.
She was in ABS na noon. And siya actually nagtanong ng mga tao na parang, this new show on cable or whatever. We're looking for people. Remember Enzo Marcos?
Kinda. What band?
Severo.
There you go. Yes.
So nakapasok siya, pero hindi siya talent, but he got in as a director. So he directed that show. I was a writer. Yeah. And then si Edu left ABS, left LOA with me kasi nakuha siya doon as talent.
What show was this?
TV. It was parang experimental YouTube ng ABS.
What's it called? Sorry.
So we presented Sige TV, CGE.tv.
CGE.
Wala na yun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tapos, you guys did like skits.
Para siyang MTV, pero you show clips from, these are all sports clips. And then humor. You remember The Soup with Joel McHale?
Yes.
Parang
okay. Sino host?
Edu. And si Jessica, courtside reporter for Ateneo yung time na yun.
Okay. Gano ka, what do you call this? Gano katagal isang segment?
So there's several shows within that umbrella. So 30 minutes, that's 1 hour.
Tagal
so
din.
3 shows siya expect.
So
and then nag-balloon
you
siya.
guys have a studio, you have an office. Great.
Yeah, studio there. Studio, like, set up lang in one of the rooms. Hindi siya big operation in time na yan.
Where was the office?
In ABS.
Inside ABS?
Yeah.
Saan doon?
13th floor.
I only ask because I kind of know the layout also.
Yeah.
Nice place.
Yeah. Para siyang conference room na kinonvert into nilagyan ng ilaw, ganyan.
So you would go there every day? Doon ang opisina nyo?
Every week. Wala akong office. Just set. I'd rent at home.
So pupunta ka lang doon pag action time na?
Chasweldo.
Pare, matagal sila magpasweldo. Ganun pa talaga ever since?
Matagal yung first. And then after that,
Sa akin matagal. Kasi I work contractual eh. So tagal.
Where?
I work on Darna. The one with Matty. Yeah. So I would go there for storyboarding. Or yung office nila is, di ba, right across sa mothership. So we would...
Ito yung nung Liza pa?
Liza pa. 2 years ago. Man, that would have kicked ass, bro. That would have kicked ass. One of these days, lalapitan ko siya. I want to release, like, color it up. Yung mga storyboards na. It's... Plus, working with Matty. Hayo. Anyway, balik tayo muna tayo. So, writer. Sounds like a fucking awesome job, bro. Joke. Parang Key and Peele, pero ikaw yung writer.
Yeah, joke. Joker, like, Steels.
Gusto ko manood ng isa eh. Pero naglalaglag. Baka lalo tayong lumala pag manood tayo eh. Anyway, we could find that online. Can we find this online?
Yeah, it's probably on YouTube. Sige TV.
Sige TV. Go. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't look like you're proud. You should be proud, bro. You're the daddy of something you created. Or para nakakaya yung joke.
No, I was seeing
Huh?
It says your internet. It says on my laptop that stable daw yung internet connection ko eh. So I got worried.
Okay. Ako din kanina. It showed up. Saka parang, no. Kaya ayoko nang isugal eh. As much as I wanna show people clips of what you did. Baka pareho tayo diba? Sagwa naman.
Oh,
Okay, so 2010, writer for Siga TV. At this point in time, no recordings with LOA, no band, no gigs. Ito ba yung time na nawawala ka?
I'd go there for mga one-time big, mga project. Then
Anong project?
kunyari, Joey would need help for a score. Syempre, like I could still do work, but I wouldn't have to report, like project based na lang.
Kasi pera din yun, syempre. Saka plus it's Joey, at least, di ba?
Yeah.
You guys never had, did you guys have a falling out a little bit ever? Never.
Yun din yung isang part na parang
kasi para kayo mag-asawa, araw-araw kayo magkasama nun, bro. Tapos trabaho,
parang
pera.
kung running a studio, mahirap siya, like, he's your friend. Tapos may mga stuff na, of course, magkaaway kayo about some stuff, di ba?
Of course.
So, ang hirap din nun. So, parang, yun din yung one of the things na parang, okay, like,
tama na muna. Break.
I got out from it. Ganun. Parang, di ba?
Yeah. May ganun talaga. That's why I asked. Because it's natural.
Yeah.
Parang mag-asawa, di ba? No offense to the married.
Pamilya nga magnegosyo. Pwede pang magkasirahan.
Pwede magkapatayan pa.
Oo.
Not necessarily the best of business partners. Okay. And then, so how many years do you stay in ABS for?
The show got canceled in, like, after a year. So, okay, no more job. Diba?
No more.
So I asked my boss, I still want to write. Is there a way that I can get into one of the shows? I mean, well, you can. I'll endorse you. You can go on a writing workshop, like a retraining. So you have all the proper tools how to write, diba?
Nice.
So I go on.
Wait. Sorry, Bo. Sorry, I keep stopping you, but there's a reason.
Yeah.
I love how you asked. Diba?
Yeah.
Kasi ako, Kararis Truth, parang hindi ko maiisip yun. Sa akin, pag tapos na, parang nakakahiya na parang...
Move on, diba?
Pero ganda nung, I like that. I like how you asked and then tuloy, na-training ka pa. Paid training yun?
Yeah. Yeah, I got siya ng ABS. So, like, I got some workshop na yun with Ricky Lee. I was indoors. And then may workshop ako with Ricky Lee. After that, training ulit ako. So, what again? Sorry.
Training. No, I'm listening. I said Rick Lee School.
Yeah.
Oh, training.
Yeah. So, after the workshop, balik ako ABS, parang training. I had an allowance, a little money, and then I had to learn the ropes again.
If you don't mind me asking, how much does a trainee earn? Ano na to? 2010 pa naman to. Magkano kita?
12 na to. Balik ako trainee. So, I earned like 6 in a month.
Below minimum yun
Allowance lang yun.
Below minimum yun Diba?
Allowance
2012.
siya.
Pero
allowance siya. So I was like, fuck, kailangan ng hustle. Kailangan ng other stuff. I-hustle pala, sorry.
Of course.
So, I asked around, I scored a film, so that got me through the...
This is 2012.
Yeah, 2012.
And which film is this, and how did you get it?
Sa ngalan ng ama, ng ina, at mga anak. Parang it was Robin Padilla film.
Okay.
Before this, my first job out of college was music composing for film. So I still had connections that I got to.
Wait, how did you get? Kasi from Binild, mga people.
Yeah. Yeah. One of my classmates was Minko Fabregas. He was already when he graduated. Nag-aano na siya. Anak ni Jaime Fabregas. Nagsascore na siya. But he had to leave to go to the States. And then may project. So parang he called me na parang, oh, hey, Wack, do you wanna do this? Kasi I can't do it kasi alis na. So I picked it up from him.
Nice. Okay. these things I also ask, not just for people listening, but also for myself. Na parang how you get these jobs. Because they just, as a creative, it's not always a 9 to 5, diba?
Yeah,
You get what I mean? It's not like, bigay resume, because this is my former experience before I quit. Kasi ako naman corporate the whole way ako eh. Corporate from fucking,
Philip, di ba?
ha? Alin? Shit,
Philip Morris ka, di ba?
Yeah, Philip Morris.
Philip Morris.
Yeah. Client side. I was always the client. So, from client to creative, di ba? Ba't mo gagawin yan? Pero wala, that's where my heart is. So, it's from there that I've known it ever since kasi before PM, I had like little jobs kasi music was always the muse. Music is always the, and then it became art, and that's what kind of started earning the money. Baliktad. So, whenever I have people on like you, that's why I keep asking, how did you get? It's not that I'm being needy. It's just parang the path is clear. Like if people want to follow that path,
Yeah.
so it's about with you. It's going to school. It's going to meet people and tawag ito, work in a studio. Yan mga ganyan. That's why I ask how you got. Anyway, tapos so meron ka ng connection from school pa lang.
Yeah, I think we're blessed enough na yung circle natin.
Yeah.
Mostly creative people sila. So they know people that are creative too.
Yes, that's why. That's important too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hindi, may silbi yung tumatambay ka sa Giho. Like you meet other people. Oh, taga-ano pala to? Or, taga-ano si ganyan. Oh, okay.
Networking also. That will be a good tip for them also. O tapos, 2012, you score sa ngalan ng ama. Writing mo. Wala na.
Ano pa rin, right? I was a trainee sa comedy while doing scoring. And then eventually, after training, they ask you, okay, we'll let you write one script.
Gano'ng katagal yun?
And then,
training? 6 months? A year?
Tagal. 2013 when I got to write. Like
1 year.
Like a good year or more. Na kayod talaga.
6,000, bro. Sakit ton. And this is daily? You go to train workshops daily?
No, we go to meetings and tapings. So twice a week. So may time for
may time for for side hustle. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you finished your first script 2013.
Yeah, so we were interning for one show. The show got cancelled. So we were...
What show? Can you tell us what show that was?
What? Okay, sorry.
Tell us anong show yun?
Total Max with Robin Padilla and Angel Oxin and...
Sayang!
Na-cancel siya. And then, which is what happens to shows. And then after that, come up with a new show. So you get jobs. So we come up with a new show. Sakto, John Lloyd was looking for a sitcom. We came up with that show. And then...
What show?
Home Sweetie Home.
Okay, ikaw na yun. Baby mo na yun.
No, kami na yun. And then, until recently, like, umalis na siya. And then, Piolo yung naging lead. And then, umalis din siya. And then,
when you write on this show, sorry bro. I keep interrupting you, I'm sorry. But ang ganda kasi.
Good.
When you write, especially for some like, John Lloyd muna, kunwari. Siya yung lead. Ilan kayong writers in a room, and do you have a specific character you write for? You get what I mean?
No. You write the script, pero you're there from inception. From conception nung, you know the Bible. You create the character. Like, you know the guy inside.
Ikaw lang talaga? It's not a team?
Kayo lahat.
So ilan na kayo?
Creative teams, like, 8 or 9.
Dami din. Dami. Tapos,
hindi pwedeng content.
That's what I'm saying. So, when you create a character, let's say si John Lloyd's character, sa'yo yun. Meron kang sa'yo doon? Alin din yung sa'yo? I'm sure.
I mean, like a part of me.
Like, that you wrote. There's a meeting because I've been in rooms na ang sarap nun. It's one of my favorite.
Yeah, we all parang ganda yun. So, kwento. Si ito yung character niya. So, saan siya pinanganak? Asan yung nanay niya? Ano ba yung gusto niya maging? Until like, up to his favorite food.
I know, pero who comes up with, let's say, kunyari, Pa-L
Batuhan.
character. Sino
Pa,
nag...
pa,
Lahat?
wala, batuhan.
Walang isang
Lahat,
tata
lahat.
yun? Kumbaga,
Oo, wala.
gangbang kung kanino mabuo, hindi natin alam sino
Oo.
tatay. Ganun.
Tapos pwede mong barilin. Parang, pwede mong barilin. Ano, na parang, ay hindi gagawin yan. Ganun.
Yun, I love that part. For me, I was part of This Side Up with Wincy. We were in a writer's room. This year was my first time in a writer's room as a writer. Because I'm usually there as a storyboard artist. So kaya nga, that's why I keep asking you these questions because these are questions I ask myself also. Parang who comes up with what? I like learning who comes up with what and how things get born. Diba?
Yeah.
Kasi pagka may idea, tapos
and I'm sure na-realize mo na to kasi like, yung head writer namin said something na parang, yeah, that's true. Parang yung writers, wala silang oras kasi you can be like driving to the store and then you're still thinking, well, di ba?
I like that.
You're always on, di ba?
I like
parang,
that, yeah.
Biglang, or you be taking a shit, tapos biglang, hey, wait, what if ito, di ba? So you're always on it.
Yep. So yun, wala kang one baby na akin yun. That was my character. That was my contribution to the show.
Oh, we would have fun with giving names to characters.
Which one was yours? Which one was your baby?
No, lalo na pag guest star, I'll name it after my friends.
Galing. Sino nagamit mo?
Yeah. Yung mga kabanda ko sa para. Si Joel Santiago, yan. Yung drummer namin na.
Okay. Sino pa? Joey. Never mo ginamit si Joey.
Ang common kasi ng
I was about to say that. Common. Custer. Yeah, that's a...
No, wala pa. Si Yared. Yared, di ba?
Si?
Yared.
Garet?
Yared.
Sino si Yared?
2011. Basis namin sa Gringo, Palbo. May bigyan din
yeah. Ginamit ko. That's a unique name.
Yeah.
Nice. Tapos, that runs for a year? 2 years?
No, until lockdown, and then it got canceled kasi wala na.
So from 2013 to present, writer ka on that show?
Yeah.
Wow, tagal na. 7 years.
Sobrang, no. 2013. Yeah.
7 years, bro.
Back to 7 dapat.
So doon ang bayad, okay na. Ano na?
Yeah. May nakailang renegotiations na with the contract by then. Yun.
Tsaka they're not stingy naman when it comes to the contracts, diba?
Yeah. Well, ano siya? Your program, program-based kami. So the show ends. Wala ka
Oh. No, pero I mean, when it's doing good and
being you get bonus. Everything's perks, I think. May set siya na sweldo. Okay. And then kung maganda yung ratings nyo for the year, maganda rin yung bonus nyo.
13th month, 14th month level, gano'n?
Nice.
Tama. Gano'n talaga. Dapat lang, di ba? Just like in the corporate setting, pag tumarget ang benta, putangin na lang, di ba? Paulan ka.
May paletsyon yan.
Paletsyon. Oo. Mismo. But on the side, did you still score stuff? On the music end? Music?
No, but I did some side hustles na I still have my voice is still I'm a catalog sa hit. I do voiceover work sometimes. So
please enlighten me. I want to do that too. I want to do that sometimes too. Anong kailangan gawin doon? Ano 'yon? Ano yung sinabi mo ngayon? It?
Hindi ko alam kung ngayon na may like quarantine stuff. So you're gonna probably have to invest in a mic. Kasi you're gonna do things remotely.
Okay. Tapos?
Yun, feeling ko. Then
that's first.
So they make you read lines, and then it's a producer. And then sila yung magsa-suggest parang, si Pael, bagay siyang boses ng tatay. Kunin natin siya kung may commercial ng Jollibee. The radio na. So you read for it. Ganun basically.
So, no, how do you get yourself in the door?
You can just schedule like, hey, I wanna get myself catalog. You can leave a CD, siguro. You're reading stuff.
Saan?
The office. I don't know if you can still go to the office.
To ABS mismo?
No, sa Hit. Sorry, sa Hit.
What's Hit?
It's a sound production for it's studio.
Napakawalang alam What's a Hit?
Sila yung go-to na studio pag may TVCs, one of the,
Okay.
one of the,
Okay.
yeah.
How much would a voiceover gig pay?
The largest I got was a radio ad, pero maraming dialects. May Ilonggo, may Cebuano.
Kaya mo mag-dialect?
So may dialect coach, tapos kailangan mong pakinggan yung syllables.
Puta,
Yung
intense.
doon mas mahal yun. Like, hindi ko alam kung ano yung sinasabi ko.
Magkano yung ganon? Magkano yung ganon?
Siguro that was a 30-second ad. 20? Ganun.
For an afternoon's work? Or ilang
Yeah,
days?
one afternoon.
One afternoon. Not bad! Pwede na. Pero yung aral, plus aral,
Wala.
2 days?
Parang imamime mo lang. Nandun
Okay,
siya.
2 days. Sige, so parang ka nag-aral ng kanta.
One day lang. Parang, sige, gawin mo. Sige, gawin mo. Parang syllables lang siya.
Okay. Nice. Akala ko voiceover for like mga cartoons and shit. Kasi
I really want to do that.
Me too. That's what I thought you were going at, bro. So I'm like, I want to fucking do that, bro. Ano sabihin ko? There's this site. Napunta ka na ba sa Upwork? Have you ever heard of that site?
No.
It's for creatives, for artists. I'm not sure if writers, but voiceover artists also for cartoons. Meron. I thought that's what you meant by it. Para it's like a website that you could. Sa akin, I could recommend Upwork. Yun, I did. Pero tama ka. I should invest in a mic. That's number one. Pero I tried. Wala lang, trip lang. From just a break from the mundane and of the repetition of life. Nagsabit ako. Parang read as robot. Tapos may lines. They would. You know how Job Street is, or like I don't know, ano ba ngayon? Or just like a job site. But instead of like blah 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 blah, ito lahat creative shit like concept artist or voiceover artist needed. Ganyan, sabit ka lang. Same thing. Sabihin ko may relocation allowance, yung degree or whatever your projects were, ganyan. Galing, Upwork. That's one of the things that I used to.
So you did nag-upload ka na sample.
Sabit ka na sample. Yeah. Like for example, character needed, robot.
Okay.
Do not do C3PO. That was one of the requirements. So may ganon. Parang they also listen to how you portray it. So, akala ko you were gonna recommend something. Pero that's also another thing. Local na commercial.
Yeah.
Astig. Pero personal projects never touched on, but it's all music. Ngayon, ano personal projects mo?
This whole music thing.
Tell us about that. Okay, para lang alam nyo, if you guys want to see a good Love on the Run / may hindi metal, ano ba? Rock? How would you describe it? How would you describe your cover of Love on the Run? You did a discover. That's what
the one cover. Yeah, it's I tried to use real instruments to make a chicane cover. Yeah. There was one recent one. Did you see my Arnd cover?
No, di pa. I'm not really a Facebook guy, bro. Pero pag I give myself mga 15 to 20 minutes a day.
Okay, yeah.
But I reply to the messages. So when I check the messages minsan, napapadaan ako. Yun, that's how I saw yours. But I'll check it out.
So your latest is a Nelly cover.
Nelly?
Nelly, it's getting hot in here. Pero ano siya, James Brown funk yung arreglo. With trumpet.
Nice. Gusto ko panoorin. Paano natin papanoorin yan? Baka maghang kasi. Anyway, because it's peak hours na lahat ng tao nanonood ng Korean telenovela, pare.
And then before that, we made, Maniac. She's a maniac. Yeah, so and then we did a Spice Girls fun cover.
Which song?
Say You'll Be There.
Shit, ano yung Say You'll Be There?
I'm giving you everything.
Second album?
First album. It's I swear.
This I swear. Diba? Yun yan, diba?
And then, may Angel of kami, cover I made with a friend. And then,
where can you see this shit? Do you have a channel for this shit?
It's all, I have a YouTube.
Okay.
It's all on Facebook too.
Yeah,
It's
that's where I see it. But what's it on YouTube?
my channel is Special J Rocks.
Nice. Kailan mo pa start yun? But parang wala ka you don't link it.
Di ba, weird yung algorithm ng Facebook na if you link a YouTube, natatapunan lang siya eh. Ganun siya eh. It favors Facebook link.
But do you have a page on Facebook?
No.
See? Do that. Dapat, seryoso. Artist page. Kasi
Hindi pa ako, wala pa ako dun sa level na yun eh.
Wala na sa level, pero production level mo, palagi high quality. Ina yun na rin yun, bro. Arrange mo lang. I don't know.
Sector of like, I really wanted to, before this whole lockdown thing was, sa set namin, they were trusting us enough na, the writers, na you should know your shit enough na in the pinch, kaya mo mag-AD. So, I was already doing that and I was having fun na.
What? Sorry, what's AD?
Assistant director.
Okay, agad.
So, yeah, I really wanted to, like, that's why I bought lights and stuff.
By the way, setup mo kicks ass. I said that before. I didn't say it on camera.
It's cheap. It's cheap from the. Bili ka na sa Lazada.
Anyway,
sale.
Wait, so paano ka kukunin AD for what?
Ano ba? Kasi sa show namin, yung director namin, part din siya ng cast. So pag part siya ng cast, sino magde-direct? AD yung AD. Sino yung mag-AD? Ako na lang.
AD ako. Hindi mo nakuha yung joke. That was right there, bro. That was right there. AD ako. Nice. Okay. So, when the lockdown started, ito pa pala, since we're nasa ABS na tayo, with this whole not renewing of the fucking license, kamusta ka? That's what I wanted to really ask you from the start.
Okay. It's been really, really, well, everything that's been happening recently is stressful. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't care whatever side you are on. It's really stressful.
What politically you mean? Politically.
Yeah, anyone, it's a stressful time for everyone.
Yes.
Diba? So
wait, sorry, pause. Stressful time for everyone in the media, or we're not talking about COVID.
Everyone, COVID, everything. Dahil na Pilipino. Kasi what the fuck is happening, diba?
Pare lahat, hindi lang Pinoy, lahat.
Diba? I don't want to be political on your show. I don't think we should.
No, we shouldn't. Pero speak your mind, bro. You're free to speak your mind.
Yeah, well, yeah. So itong music has been one of the coping mechanisms. It's one of the things that I can still control. I'm self-aware to know that. I'm still self-aware enough to know that. It's one of the things I can still control that I know I'm good at. So
awesome. Yeah.
It can stop me in these things. So I guess.
I love it. That's why when I saw it, I said, I really want to talk to him about this shit. Because that's what it felt like. No, truth be told, bro. I know you as a metalhead and the crazy, not metal, but rock and roll, diba? That was your root. So for you, when you do something as crazy as, and be honest, nung kami nag-must have been love sa loob, tumatawa ka na parang, what the fuck are they doing? Because
we do hardcovers.
Sa bagay. Oo nga pala, tama. That's always been there. Pero nung nakita ko ginagawa mo solo, I'm like, nabilib ako na, dude, I wanna hear what's on his fucking mind na napoproduce yung mga ganito. Galing, bro. I liked it. And tapos with Love on the Run, parang nilagay mo pa ng edit yung video eh. Dati parang live lang. Ito, mga cut ng sarili mo na.
Yeah.
Ikaw yun, lahat nag-edit. Malamang, marunong ka rin.
Yeah, matagal siya. Like, after, tagal niya i-shoot, man.
Galing. Kaso kung may light, yan yung gamit mo lighting. Tama, di ba?
More. TV, yun eh.
Bro, sorry, wait lang. Okay, yan yun, di ba? Yan yung lights na ginamit mo, di ba?
No, there were screens, TVs behind me.
Okay. Tapos, walang light. Parang naalala ko may mga blue light. Filter na yun. Filter mo.
Yeah, may light. And then, pero most of the stuff was like coming off of the TVs, bouncing off of me.
Galing, bro. So I'm like, that's someone who's trying to have fun during the fucking quarantine, bro.
We have a glam rock thing we're working on.
Okay.
So
who's we?
Me, Eric Hotchkiss, I don't know if you know si James Nakintig of Geek. Nakakasabay natin yan dati.
Okay, I'm sure.
And then Monty's gonna sing on it.
Okay, nice.
It's weird though, because we all used to have, all of us, used to have long hair. And it would have been perfect for a glam video. Pero
Syempre.
wala.
Anong kanta?
Oh, it's a pop song na ginawa namin glam.
Ayaw mo pa spoil.
Guys Next Door. I've been waiting for you.
Yun, that one.
Basta luma.
All my life for somebody.
Yun. Glam siya.
Ganda.
So I don't know kung lalagyan ko ng puro candy glam, pero baka masunog yung bahay.
Aha. Pwede ka. Ganda nun. Pero, gano'n na glam? Areglong gitara. I'm sure, bro. I can't wait. That's why I look forward to.
And we're doing a snare cover. I realized, but wala pang metal. So, yeah.
Pero, going back to the ABS, putol lahat ng gig? Or do you guys get like gigs?
Okay, so
what's affected? Your show's dead. Can you still make it?
Show's dead. If that's your only show, wala ka nang kita. Pero so far, we've been getting financial assistance from company. It's not much, but it's enough to tide you over.
What? Sorry, financial assistance from
the company.
So they give you pa? Na parang...
Yeah. Pero like until I think August na. Pero like allowance lang talaga siya. Ayuda.
Okay.
Basically.
And
now there are still shows. So kasi the company still has to make money, diba? So some shows are still on. Like ASAP, I think Umaga kay Ganda is still on. Provinciano is still on. And Showtime.
Provinciano is still on? How does that fucking work?
Do
they still shoot or they do reruns?
Yeah, they have to, naka-quarantine sila wherever they are. So, I think 2 weeks talagang testing, and then you stay there. You shoot everything, and then ganun siya.
Parang NBA bubble, ganun.
Parang. Pero less people. Nakatakot nga pa yung gagawin ng NBA, di ba? Dami nun.
No, but then, ganun, it's the same thing. It's like, lahat ng players na game maglaro, test, pasok, walang lalabas. Ganun din, di ba?
Oh.
They can't fucking...
But at least, di ba, mas cooperative yung government nila. Di ba?
Di rin. Ano din sila?
Yeah. Sabagay.
Gulo din nila, bro. Magulo mga kano. That's why they have the fucking highest. They don't even wear masks. Ganon sila ka...
Kasi meron sense of entitlement kapag first world country ka.
Parang, I don't wanna cover my face.
Yeah, di ba? What gives you the...
I have my rights. This is a violation. They're all fucking woke and shit up there.
Even alam kagad nila yan, parang, wear the fucking mask, man.
Alam na gets na nila yun. Anyway, so you
I still have a show.
I'm surprised to hear. You still have your show.
Yeah, kasi last year, I joined Showtime. Showtime is still ongoing. So at least I still have a show.
Pinapalabas?
Cable and internet.
I know. What channel on cable? What channel on cable?
I don't know. I don't even have Sky Cable.
Bakit? Internet lang?
Napikon kami, nung finale ng Game of Thrones. Hindi mo na kami pumasok, so we wanted to watch it umaga sa HBO, di ba?
Syempre.
Tapos naglolo ko yung cables. Ang daming parts sa parang... Napikon kami. Putol na natin to.
So signal? Or wala na ng cable?
Like Netflix.
Yeah. Speaking of Game of Thrones, para naman let's geek it up a little bit, bro. Ano ang take mo sa ending? Sorry, English. What's your take on that ending?
The whole last season or the ending?
Last season na. Sige, let's talk.
Okay, well, there was pressure from the studio. There was pressure on the writers. There was pressure to make basically material out of nothing. And then there was pressure to
No, but George R. R. said, ganito
Yeah,
mangyari.
there was pressure to um, satisfy fanboys and hardcore fans ni
George R.
George,
R.
diba?
Tito George.
So I think they tried their best and failed to marry all of these things, diba? Because definitely time was super short and it was
2 years
rushed.
eh. 2 years, bro. They had two
Hindi
years.
yung, yeah, still, di ba? Parang, like, everything, parang naging vignettes yung huli. Action, 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 di ba?
That's true.
Di ba? So parang, you just lang one moment to run to walls. Bilang, oh, nandito ka na. Parang, hindi ba malayo yun? Parang,
Ah, madami.
di ba?
Ikaw nga as a writer, kita mo yun. Na parang,
Wormhole, di ba?
dati, buong season kayo para bumiyahe. Ngayon.
Oh, may buwan muna sa King's Landing, di ba?
Isang season na yun, di ba? Para lang bumiyahe. Ngayon, biglang, nandiyan, may shortcut ba ngayon?
Oo nga.
No, but with the whole heel turn, ikaw, ma-wrestling ka rin, di ba? So, yung heel turn ni Khaleesi, okay lang sa'yo yun?
Yeah, it was always hinted at.
Right? Me too, that's what I keep saying. But they're like, it's too sudden. It's too get...
Yeah.
What? It was always...
Oh, like, di ba? Yun yung whole thing, di ba? It was basically the hints were dropped, and then people just got attached din kasi to Daenerys na parang, oh, she's the shit. Parang,
girl power!
ano, parang, no, she's gonna like, snap, di ba? Like, her dad.
I liked it. I was okay with it. A lot of people were like, too sudden, too short. But coming into it, also, it's my, kumbaga, fanboy understanding. Now, whatever you guys do, I'll be a fan of. I'm not expecting this to happen, or I'm not. That's which goes also for the Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, but Luke should be this. I'm like, dude, let them do it's their toys. We're here to enjoy.
Yeah.
Just like a musician na tipong ayaw niya mag-solo sa kantang yan. Kaya mo siya, hindi niya feel eh. You know what I mean?
Ako parang, ayaw niyo yung ending, or ayaw, let's say, ayaw niyo yung Rise of Skywalker. Eh, magsuot kayong fanfic. Diba?
Diba? Exactly. That's what they chose to give you. Tapos ngayon parang, did you like Rise of Skywalker? They said, right. It was okay. Pero yung mga fanboys, I get it though. Like sila Ali, they're big fanboys of they're like the older generation.
Here's what it is din kasi, like, the first movie, New Hope, kung tutusin mo, hindi naman siya gano'n kabigat eh. Diba? Wala, it's just straight up, it's the hero's journey, blah, blah, blah. Space fan. Okay, then 2, and then Strikes Back, and then Return of the Jedi. And then after that, wala for a while, diba? So the fans and everyone else started making the EU. Lumalim siya ng lumalim. Suddenly, this first fun space romp that is A New Hope, nagkaroon siya ng gravitas bigla. Na parang, okay, there's so much into this. Ang daming at stake. Na nung lumabas yung prequels, na parang, okay, shit, politics, blah, 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 whatever, diba? So parang, yung expectations for this last trilogy, ang taas na parang, oh, you better live up to it, diba? Kasi like, I don't know.
Pero, saan sila nagkulang? Effects, hindi sila nagkulang. I mean, you know what I mean? If it's just a story,
diba?
It was okay. It wasn't bad. As a writer, how would you assess yung the direction that JJ and Castan ba tumulong? I don't remember.
Kasi you said it yourself. It's their story to tell. So
right, isn't it?
Just listen to the story. Diba?
Unless, ito caveat ko when it comes to, because people will say, I'm not a fan of Endgame. I hated Endgame.
Okay.
Ikaw, did you like Endgame?
I was okay.
I hated it because it has a comic backbone. You know what I mean? There's something that happens in the comics that I do expect to happen on screen because it's an adaptation. There's something that I want to see. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Tapos,
I get it.
you get what I mean? Pero in that sense, I can't say it's your toys, go, because you're respecting a character. With them kasi we killed the EU and then we write our own shit for the new ones. Diba? You may not like it in some whatever, but in the same way, Endgame for me fell very short of expectations. I didn't get the eye candy that I wanted. We got basically a rehash of Infinity War and the first Avengers, because they ran through the whole. Here goes the Chitauri again. What the fuck, man? What's happening here? So anyway, that's my 2 cents.
Ano yung main gripe mo with Endgame? It's you source, may existing source material, and then pati na lang nila sinundan yun, basically. Kasi you were expecting it to expand, basically.
Not even. I'm even as forgiving as you don't have to follow the complete canon, because so far they haven't anyway. Pero I've enjoyed most of it. Ang di ko gusto is, one, you didn't give me any new characters. You didn't give me anything new. Walang new characters, no new planet. You know what I mean? A new setting.
Okay.
And action scenes. Okay, so I've forgiven you on the source material part. So okay, you're forgiven on that part. But the no new characters and the killing in the resurrection. You killed Thanos in the first. Oh, shock factor. And then he comes back as his past self. Parang, naglolokohan na tayo, guys, eh. What the hell is...
Yeah.
Go.
I get your concerns. But at the end of the day, diba? It's Marvel Studios' call. So whatever, it's a business decision.
I know. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Oh.
Business decision siya na parang, huwag na tayo mag-interest sa characters or as far as characters or a new location is concerned. They would rather not complicate it kasi may existing franchise na. I'm just thinking what they're thinking na.
Okay.
I'm not saying that I'm defending it.
Uh-huh.
So ganun siya. With the Thanos thing, feeling ko it had to be done kasi ang laki talaga ng gusto nilang mangyari sa time travel thing. So yun yung gusto nilang gawin talaga. We'll do a Back to the Future. Basically.
Exactly. So, which is weak. For me, it was so weak. The time, especially if you're time traveling, why not just kill Thanos as a kid? Tama si Don Cheadle, di ba? You know?
Oh, well, the simplest answer doon is parang, walang scene eh.
Exactly. Kaya nga, di ba? So, that's why time travel for me is such a slippery slope. Alam mo yun?
Pero end of the day, well, you just take your own advice din. Parang, well, it's a fun thing. Diba?
Hindi, yun nga eh. Sa fun pa, kulang ako dahil wala akong nakitang bago, bro eh. I don't get to buy a new toy. Except for what? Rescue. Siya lang bago doon. Diba? In the whole thing, there's no new toy. Well, an Iron Man suit. Pero...
Yeah, but you're invested in it na in other aspects din kasi. That's why it's frustrating.
Oh, so my appreciation for me was like, huh? You know?
I think tonally, if I get you, what you would prefer siguro is the tone of Civil War.
Of course.
Maybe.
Yes. Or Infinity War. The tone of Infinity War. Na I wasn't Thanos' spaceship. Alam mo yun, you got to places that they don't have to spend so much time on a certain place. You know what I mean?
Isingit ko lang to. Personally, ayaw ng Cosmic Marvel.
Talaga? Oh no.
Come on, man.
Really? Kirby yun
ah. Parang pag nandiyan takinan, dami na naman nila. Same thing ako pagdating sa DC. Takinan old gods. New gods pala, new gods.
New gods. Ako kasi Surfer fan ako eh. Yun lang naman ang mahal ko sa Cosmic Marvel. Totoo lang. It's only Surfer and Galactus and maybe a little bit of Eternity. Pero Eternals, not excited. Never read the book.
Oh, yeah.
Always the X-Men.
Feeling ko pag ginawa nila ng magandang atake yan sa MCU, mag-work siya. So nobody gave a shit about
Guardians.
Diba?
Yeah. So, we'll see. But again, I'm not excited, but I'm not. Of course, I want them to succeed. I always say that I want them to succeed. I want them to be entertained.
I was optimistic dun sa Inhumans, pero they dropped the ball. Eh.
Hindi ko man lang sinimulan. Kasi trailer pa
Nakita ko
lang.
yung screen, oh, parang,
Pinanood
diba?
mo ba? Pinanood mo?
Parang yung trailer tsaka yung screenshots, hindi ako interested.
Exactly. Ako, as big of a fan as I am, I didn't even bother. Parang,
Namor na lang kayo.
oh, yun game pa. Aquaman. Yun, hayop. Enjoy ka doon? Aquaman.
Aquaman, ano siya, fun. Para siyang The Mummy.
Taas. Sa akin, mataas yun. Oh, alam mong stupid fun, but then, still gonna be fun.
But clear. You have to get to this place to get this, and then get that, diba? Clear.
Ganun lang. Simple. Anyway, bro, we're running an hour and 20 in, pare.
Alright.
Any advice you would give to anyone who wants to pursue, like, anyone who's listening who wants to pursue the artistic route, specific, or artistic na lang, wag na specifically music, like writing, or whatever crazy shit.
For me, I was actually asked this when I came and talked before to mga college students who went to work. And then my advice is consume as much media as you can. Okay? And ano siya, we can't afford to be snobby na parang books are superior. Books are fine. But you know what? Video games are too. They tell a great story. Video games now have awesome stories. Comic books have been great stories for forever. We also can't be snooty enough to diss one genre over the other, because there are some things you can learn from others. It doesn't necessarily mean that you don't like this. You can learn from whatever. Like as a chef, let's say, just because you don't like Indian food doesn't mean that it's bad. Diba? You have to learn that shit in order to become like a more holistic art. Diba? So again, consume as much media as you can.
Okay, but in terms of like producing shit, like people who want to go.
Well, ang pinakamahirap kasi is yung getting over the drawing stage of it. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Sometimes you just have to power through it. Just do it, diba? Gawin mo. And then one of the things is parang, who cares if it's shit, diba? At least nagawa mo. And you can go back and do it. May sinabi si Rekili parang ang first draft ng script, parang pinanganak mo ang isang anak. Like, puro crunch and shit. And then your first revision or your second draft is when you start cleaning it and cleaning it and cleaning it.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah, siya. There.
How about the side of getting that shit out there? Like, yung the hesitation of nakakahiya or parang baka ma-judge and comments and shit.
So, as artists, we can't help, I guess, na maging touchy tayo because very personal
it's your soul out there. Exactly.
It's a part of you. Pero you're gonna have to get over that quick kasi everyone has shit to say about everything. And if you're gonna let, like, lalo na ngayon, like, shit comments get to you, that's gonna paralyze you and you just stop putting things out there. But kailangan pa thick skin ka. Kasi, I mean, no one I guess may mga tao, pero like, when you make a song or write some or make a song, you make a song, it's not just for you. You want people to hear it. So, toughen up. Not everyone thinks the same.
Toughen up. And thicker skin. That's the most important thing I find.
Yeah.
Parang, say what you will, dude. And remember that it's something you have to do. Fuck whatever everyone says. If some people are made to have, as you said, not to give birth to people and to kids, you know what I mean? Who will eventually become people. You as an artist, as someone who needs to create, you have to create something, diba? Para as artist, your art is your kid, diba? What did you say?
No one starts out at level 10, diba?
Like me
Diba?
too.
Kailangan,
Ano, especially if you're a writer, so where's a good place to submit? Do you suggest writing school or for yung mga independent writers? Saan sila mag-submit?
well, ngayon, there are a lot of videos on YouTube on how like basic structure. Um,
Mm,
I personally like how Dan Harmon structures his
okay, Dan Harmon.
uh, Dan Harmon.
Yep, okay.
It's usually the monomyth, yung hero's journey siya basically. Um, I can what's this? There are several YouTube channels for this. One is Nerd Rider.
Nerd
Look for
writer.
that.
Okay,
Nerd Rider,
okay.
and then Charisma on Command. It's another YouTube
Shit,
channel.
never heard of these things, bro. Okay.
Okay, okay, they break stuff down, and then for people who want to tell visual stories like directors, every frame of painting. That's another thing.
Oh,
Look for
on
those.
YouTube also.
Yeah,
Nice.
everything's on the net now.
Yeah. Galing. Oh, yan jewels, pare. We're throwing fucking pearls to swine. Not pearls to swine. Jewels to people is what I say, pare.
Yeah,
Well, thank you so much for coming on, Waki, pare. Again, awesome work.
thanks, man.
Really happy of the shit you produce. I'll close this up, but I want to talk to you a little bit after this. So,
All right.
thank you so much. I'm your host, Pael Fajardo. That is Waki. Where can they check you out, bro, again? On YouTube and on Facebook?
Okay, my YouTube channel. That's Special J Rocks.
Special J Rock. Ako mag-subscribe ako, pare. I'll add you up. Special J Rocks. And we're rocking out of here. Adios.
Right.